Good to go.
Yes, I did notice that.
Sorry, everyone.
I'm sure you guys in... There you go. Mitsuo's yelling at us. I'm sure they've been yelling at us in Korean too, but...
Thanks.
Not helping. Not helping all that much. Alright, cool. So going for the 1-gate expand into the Cyber Core. Some Max Packs go for a Gateway Cyber Core expand against a laser in the game from Wardy the other day.
Max Packs is weird, man.
He is weird. It was like for faster Resonating Glaives.
Yeah.
But then he started his attack before Resonating Glaives was done, and I was like, what are you doing?
Max Starcraft, I think, is getting weirder than ever before. Like, players, like, it seemed that, like, to be the best, you had to do the absolute normal standard play and just do it as good or better than everyone else.
Right.
Now it seems that players have got so good that they can beat off the path a little.
Yeah, definitely. That's exactly... And I mean, that's how the game survives and continues moving forward, and new strategies that keep the game fresh, that keep it exciting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And yeah, players like Max Packs are really important to the future of the whole thing.
Do you think Max Packs will ever go to a LAN?
I don't see why not. Someday, sure. Do you not think so?
I don't know. I mean, he didn't go to IEM.
True.
This was bizarre. I guess we'll know after the first dream hack of the year.
Come on, Max Packs, let's do this thing. I was gonna say, how was that? That is high ground. It was just a little off center, I guess. I'm like, how does he have something that can see that?
I want to just do the entire cast like that.
I think the people would riot. They would revolt against us. They'd storm our houses. They'd find us.
Just you wait, guys, till we show up to one of these casts dressed like overlords.
The whole time just going... Dude, two queens and a spore? Get out of there, Oracle. This is the worst for you. There's another one on the way. So having extra queens in position with the spore is what you need. I don't know if Solar scouted this or what, but he's really prepared for multiple oracles here.
He really is. He's bringing it. Classic was asleep at the wheel for a second there.
Yeah, 3 queens? This is beautiful.
No.
Yeah. A lot of the times, Protoss will open multiple oracles, and Zerg's like, I've got my spore and my queen, and then it's not enough.
Yeah.
But Solar's like, nah, you're not catching me with that. I'm ready for it somehow, some way.
Yeah, this does not bode well for Classic, not finding any damage yet. He's gone for 3 oracles, and he's got his 3 adept shading, and he's going to try and put the Zerg in an odd spot. Are the oracles going to go in with this? No, they're not. Oh, man. You got to get something done. That's the
Yeah, you can't invest this much. What are...
Classic is sort of just lost here.
You can't open 3 oracles and then get nothing done with it. Nothing. He's like, alright, stasis traps it is.
Okay.
That one's even gonna die without trapping anything at all.
Don't let that oracle die.
I have never seen this many traps do nothing in my entire casting career. Nothing. He's not even trying to kill workers. He's just throwing stasises down. And okay, 1 drone has been stasis trapped twice. Oh no, he got one. All right, he needed that. He needed that really bad. That.
But like, he needs more than that.
Yes. Oh, there we go.
Oh, that's
He's actually killing drones now.
Yeah, 6 drones died just like that. Man, oracles are scary.
That's real heavy damage output for sure.
Okay, so lost mining time, killed 6 drones eventually. It's not terrible. He kept the oracles alive.
Yeah, it could have been worse, but like 6 workers for 3 oracles is just sort of par for the course, if that.
I mean, he did deny quite a bit of mining time, kind of. Oh, the oracles go back into the main. He's trying to get a queen. Classic, you are just nuts today. Classic just woke up and had raw eggs for breakfast, man.
When I was a lad, I ate 4 dozen eggs every morning to help me get large. Man, I went to my kids' choir concert the other day. So these are like middle schoolers. And they sang this Disney medley of like Beauty and the Beast stuff and Aladdin and Little Mermaid stuff. And I was like, none of you were alive when these movies came out.
Yeah, but
not even
their teachers were.
Yeah. The teachers were like, I'd like to relive my childhood through you, please. Let's learn these songs.
The kids were like, how about this song that I know? No.
No.
This is my moment.
This is from the Disney Golden Era when you were not even a twinkle in your father's eye yet.
Yeah, it's kind of...
Lings from Stolar are kind of sharking around down there. Not really finding much.
That's kind of funny how that's gonna... Because the internet's forever, how that's kind of gonna go away. In a sense. And that kids can just sort of see any media from any era at any time.
Well, yeah, no, they can do that now. I mean, especially since Disney Plus came out. They can watch all of those movies if they want, easily. But I don't know. I'd be curious to know how many of the kids that were singing those songs had seen Aladdin, the Little Mermaid, and Beauty and the Beast. Because I doubt it was over half. I'd be surprised if it was half. Holy Fleet Beacon Saurus, Batman.
Dang.
Are we just going carriers?
I mean, he's getting up charge +2 and a prism, but yeah, he is going into that tech.
He's got 4 bases, so sure.
This has been a relatively passive game.
And as Aki says, in some cases, the father wasn't even a twinkle in their parents' eye. Okay, so Little Mermaid was 89.
Was it? Jesus. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't born during that.
Yeah, it was 89. So 89 was a long time ago. You could... So yeah, 15. If one was born at 15 and the next generation was born at 15, then sure. Lurkers! But I mean, that's... Okay, Blinkstalkers are like, you don't have enough lurkers.
Doesn't get a shot off, gets killed, abducts the other
Abducting
disruptors.
They're surviving way longer than they should after getting abducted. Alright, cool, they're both down. Disruptor shot here again. Stasis right side catches a couple units, not really doing all that much. Overseer sniped. And Classic's just like, I'm just going to be a menace. I'm going to sit here.
Yeah, Classic just decides to attack as he's building carriers behind it.
Yeah, exactly. See, but this is how you do. You force the Zerg player to respond to the fact you're doing all this stuff, so that when 8 carriers show up, they don't have the right response to carriers because they're trying to deal with your ground army.
Yeah,
this is the best. This is the way it works. But he can't start going into Corruptors right now. He needs it to deal with the ground army of Classic. Actually, Classic's going home. Never mind.
Classic says bye-bye.
Yeah, it's just when I've seen this work the best in PvZ, it's just constant pressure with the ground army from the Protoss. The Zerg player has to make things like Hydras and Lurkers and Vipers and Lings and stuff. And then 8 carriers show up and it's like, oh, this is horrible versus carriers, and the Zerg dies.
Oh, that Disruptor gets a great shot off. Yeah.
Solar says, if I can kill you before you get 8 carriers, that'd be awesome.
I don't think he can, though. I mean,
I don't think so
lots
either.
of Hydras. He's going to have to go hard into the Hydra Viper. But then, of course, there's also the Disruptors. So it's like, what do you abduct as the Zerg?
Carriers? Charge lot, warp in. I still think if we held a poll of your least favorite thing to handle in StarCraft, the cumulative votes of all 3 races would be charge lot, warp-ins in your main base.
Probably, yes.
Everybody hates it. Everybody hates having to deal with it. It's the worst. Alright, so kind of hybriding it here. Got our Stalkers, Disruptors, trying to get some hits off, not really doing much. Disruptors keep getting abducted. I'm not sure if there are any left, but they're being produced back home from Classic.
I mean,
10 drones die.
He gets that base, though.
He does. I was going to say, he's not making any more carriers, but he just fired up 3 more. So yes, he's definitely making more carriers.
That'll be 7 carriers he'll have against how many Hydras? 27 out at the minute. He's getting another 11. You guys do the math on that one. It's a lot.
Well, it is a lot, but once you get a critical number of carriers, they can kill infinite
true.
Hydras.
And then there's the disruptors to back them up. And then
Yeah.
there's also...
engagement in middle.
Oh, there's also just one Viper.
Right.
There's another 1, 2 on the way. He needs like 4 or 5 at this point, I think. He's gonna have to disrupt all. He's gonna have to abduct all the disruptors, and then several carriers at least. I do not envy Solar at this point.
No. Nope. God, is that +2 flyer on the way? Yeah, +2 flyers air weapons is on the way from Classic. Yeah, this hybrid stuff. I kind of like it. He's not going pure Sky Toss. Charge lots can eat Hydras too. Thanks for the star balloon.
Psystorm on the way as well.
And there is honestly a point Solar needs to start firing up Corruptors, and we're getting there. I don't know if we're there yet, but it's very close.
We might be past that point.
Yeah, I don't know for sure, but the fact that he's not even really thinking about it, it's more Lurkers, more Roaches, more Hydras.
Yeah, he's only got 3 Vipers.
Disruptors zoning out the Hydras as they do. Classic getting forced back, but there you go. Ooh, 2 dead carriers maybe, but Charge Lot's up into the natural base of Solar trying to do some work here too.
Oh my gosh, that is a lot of Zealots.
But kind of running into Lurkers more than they were expecting as well, I think. But man, they're so good against Roaches.
He's just building more carriers, though. He's got his +2 just finished up.
And Storm is such an important part of this, too. You can't just go carriers against her. You will die, but if you bring Storm with you, suddenly it gets infinitely harder for the Zerg.
It's the best composition in the game, basically.
Yeah. Because anything you try to approach the carriers with gets stormed, and then you're like,
Okay, Zealot's gonna pick off some Hydras, trading out fairly well. Keeping the Zerg distracted, and yeah, I mean, Classic's on 5 bases, Solar's on 5 bases. Well, really 4, as he's just rebuilding this one, so the toss is up on economy. They're building a much superior composition. Tell me how the Zerg's gonna win this. Yeah, you look at the production tab here, and it's just like, yeah, that's rays of sunshine for the Zerg right there.
yeah. So, okay, I've seen this attempted before with Microbial Shroud, where the carriers show up, Microbial Shroud cover your Hydras. I don't think I've ever seen it work at the pro level, though. It's been attempted a few times.
Yeah, it's like if the toss has carriers, they've got Psystorm or Disruptors.
Who's gonna get the Lurker then? Oh, Transfuse?
Microbial Shroud is a joke.
Yeah, no, it's bad against Storm and splash damage of all kinds. But
Disruptors! Oh, and Psystorm! Both terrifying forms of AoE. I mean, there's Abduct, but, like, does he just commit on into this? Feedback to Viper. Psystorm some Hydros.
yeah. Carriers keep pushing. Spores doing what they can, but Lurker!
Oh my gosh, Psystorms, Disruptors, like... This is just the inevitable death of Solar here.
Yeah, so I don't know. Lurkers are not getting finished off here. Did you bring detection?
Yeah, but does he have an answer to 10 carriers?
No. GG! Classic making it easy.
GG. Carriers are good.
Yeah. I mean, look, again, it's not just carriers. If you just try to build 12 carriers versus Solar, he will kill you. But if you show up with Storm and Disruptors and Stalkers and Charge Lots and like all these other pieces, then yes, it's so much harder to stop at that point.
Oh yeah, just the opening went way better for Classic.
Woof. Yeah, I mean, this is one of those things that is excellent against Zergs, unless we're talking about like Rogue, Feral, Dark, Rainer, right?
Yeah. And
then it gets handled mostly. You still get wins against those players with this strategy, but it is so much harder to do against the top 4 Zerg players in the world. A lot of stuff is a lot harder to do against the top 4 Zergs in the world. But if you're not against a top 4 Zerg in the world, like Solar isn't, then you're going to have a lot more success with it.
Wow.
Yeah, be sure to use that Matcherino link too that LaughNgamez just tossed into the chat.
Yeah, I just checked that and saw we're over $40 already contributed to the prize pool, which is awesome.
Nice.
Starcraft fans are killing it. Much like this guy killed his opponent in the last game, it's Classic.
And in the bottom right, we got our guy. It's Solar. Grumbling to himself that carriers are overpowered.
As he picks up a piece of chalk and drags another line across the wall. The count reaches 11,000 games died to Sky Toss.
Number of times I've died to this very exact same strategy. Yeah. I still think he needed Corruptors there. I don't know what he was trying to do.
Like you can build just Hydras, but it's got to be a timing, basically.
Yeah, if you get there before the carrier count reaches a critical mass, you're fine. But once there's enough carriers, it doesn't matter. I have not seen a professional Zerg player try that without at least getting Microbial Shroud to help. Ever. Just trying to go Hydras as your anti-air against carriers. No. Not when there are that many. Not when the game gets to that point. Never.
No.
Never.
So,
never.
Curious Minds is a better map for Solar, I feel. We'll see if he's able to do something maybe a bit more aggressive or something along those lines.
Yeah, and I mean, since they got rid of the ability of Queens to transfuse off creep, the Queen Walks aren't nearly as popular anymore. But, you know, if you get a lair fast enough, you can poop your own creep on location. We've even seen Zerg players plant down a proxy hatch near the enemy third base, so they have that creep available for transfuses. So, I don't know. Let's see what Solar is up to. It's so weird to see a PvZ where the Sky Toss pops and there's not even a Spire. The Zerg's just like, meh. Don't need it. Alright, Adept opening as standard can be. Stargate opening as standard can be. Classic not deviating from the well-trodden path of PvZs at all. Stalker on the follow-up. Overlord is, you know, sure maybe try to avoid dying like the one in game 1 did, but there's really no way to avoid that. You can hide, but you can't run. See if we get a Phoenix. Phoenix opening on that Stargate? Nope. Oracle again. Depth's gonna make it out of there. Oof. Canceling the Spore. Get some of that money back. Get your drone back. What the heck's in the main? There are lings that... What? What's in Classic's main right now? Was that the... Oh, he... Wait, did he recall that all the way in? Oh, did. Okay, yeah. That's funny. So if you recall a unit that's under attack, it shows the under attack animation at the Nexus you recalled to. So it makes you think there's a battle happening there, but there actually isn't. I was like, there's no way he got lings into that main base. third Nexus naked expanding from Classic here. There's Unadept there now, but shoot. Just not worried about Solar at all attacking that.
Yeah, nothing really to write home about.
Yeah, not from either players here.
Okay, here's the Oracles from Classic. He had a very wonky Oracle usage in Game 1. Game number 2, it's going to start off with him immediately losing one of the Oracles just about. Gets 3 drones. And almost loses his second Oracle. My gosh, Classic's Oracles have not been delivering so far.
Let's get an Observer out of that Robo. Might as well. Roachworn getting tossed down pretty quickly here from Solar. I wonder if he's going to go for some kind of an attack.
Yeah, on Classic's side, it's an Immortal Sentry Forge opening.
Pretty good against Roaches, that.
Yeah, Solar did make a decent number of links. He's making nothing now until this Roachworn pops, so presumably it will be a large swath of Roaches. And there
10.
we go.
Yeah.
Classic's already making multiple shield batteries, though. He's really got this predicted. I'm not sure what tipped him off, so to speak. But he's got this red pretty much perfectly.
Yeah, I don't know what he saw. So shield battery up. Sentry's coming over to throw down those force fields, getting a Guardian shield up.
Did he cancel a battery?
He's only got the one.
Yeah, I think he did. He really shouldn't have canceled that battery. He's going to be kicking himself. Oh, the Phoenix are going to totally miss this. He sees a Roach.
He sees a couple Roaches. Oh, he swings back around. And yeah, he sees the move out here. So now we're tossing down extra shield batteries.
You got to drop Force Fields Classic to save that Immortal.
No, it's dead.
No, he could have saved that by force fielding it. Oh no, Classic is in a world of trouble. The battery overcharge is doing a ton of work. He's pulling the probes. He knows how dire this is, however. He's regretting canceling that other shield battery as this measly amount of stalkers are doing what they can. He warps in one Zealot. Another Immortal did just pop out, is joining the fight. He's down in army supplies still. The battery has done incredible work, but I don't know if he's
batteries down.
Here.
Yeah, I don't know if saving the third base is possible. I'm not sure if winning the game is possible at this point either. GG Solar. Yeah, that's just the power of scouting and maybe not scouting appropriate there for Classic. Just did not see that coming. Thought he had it red, as you were saying. He threw down 2 shield batteries, canceled the one, had the Immortals, had the Sentries, had all the pieces required, especially again because Queens can't transfuse off creep anymore. It's not as powerful as it used to be, but he just, with one shield battery, that first Immortal getting murdered and surrounded instantly was not going to work for him either. And then all just downhill from there. So Solar says, yeah, I'm just not going to let you get up to that carrier tech in this game. Yeah. How's that sound?
He really doubted himself, it looked like there. I don't know if Classic saw anything in particular that screamed Roach all in, but
no.
He said, yeah, I'll build a second shield battery anyway. And then he said, maybe I don't need it. So a little bit of flip-flopping there. Whereas if he had stuck with his original call, he would have been in a much better spot, if not fine.
Right. Right. So 2,000 atmospheres for game number 3 here. Again, thanks to everyone who's used the Matcherino code so far. You can still head on over and throw free money at these players out of, I don't know, somebody's pocket. Not yours.
This has been an incredible Afrika world so far.
Really, really good one so far.
In the bottom left, South X's Classic.
And in the top right, it is a Solar. I remember, it was 2021. Rainer Zest. Katowice finals, and Rainer was just like, you are not getting carriers.
Yeah.
He queen walked like 4 of those games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he ever faced Zest's Skytoss comp once in that whole series. Because every time he scouted out that's what Zest was going for, he just queen walk Roach Ravagered it. And it didn't work sometimes, and sometimes it did. but he had no interest in fighting against that at all. It's so hard to deal with, even for those top level players.
Mm-hmm. It really is. Yeah, no, this is Classic's map pick, and you can tell just by looking at the map that it's going to be more friendly to that sort of later game Protoss style. We'll see if he's planning on that, or if he's planning on something more aggressive, like DTs, a charge all in, any number of things.
Yeah, charge all in. I used to say top level Zergs never lose to that, and then they lost a couple games, and I was like, huh. Never mind. Maybe it's still a viable option in the Protoss strategy bag.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's probably just going to be the standard, but you never know. I wouldn't mind DTs from Classic at least 1 point in this series.
Yeah, it's not really DT openings are the biggest deal, but little DT run-bys almost to outer expansions are problematic for Zerg in a lot of ways.
Adept on the way. The tech is yet to be seen. Looks like a Stargate. It is a Stargate. Mild shock.
One of these days, I don't know, something's going to change to where Protoss doesn't have to open Stargate every PvZ. I'm not sure what it is.
Nor am I. Adept shades across the map. Probe actually gets killed off by those Lings.
It's annoying.
Oh, and a Ling gets into the main base of Classic again.
What? I mean, he's a dead Ling. Okay, scouts the Oracle. I mean, man.
Yeah, it's not great here. Not that Protoss is relying on the Art of Surprise as much these days, but still.
Yeah, I mean, the last time Classic showed up with an Oracle at a Zerg base and the Zerg was like, ah, an Oracle, I wasn't prepared, was like 6 years ago, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what the heck is... The Adept got 2 drone kills? Nice job, Adept.
Nicely done, sister.
Still sharking out, scouting, trying to see what's what. No lair timing yet. Cool. No Roach Horn coming in. Also cool.
Oracle comes on in, grabs 3 drones, which is also cool.
Yeah, Spore a little bit late, and therefore 3 drones die. Great positioning from the Adept. She will get out of here. Just by the skin of her teeth, though.
Does she survive, though?
Oracle will save it. Oracle, save the Adept. Get him.
Run.
Get him.
Oh, she makes it.
Oh, the juke.
She gonna hide? Solar wants this Adept so bad.
Really bad. It's like, okay. Doesn't find it. Nice. Way to go, Adept.
He sees those 2, but that is not the Adept you're looking for.
Haas will stop Stargate when they remove Zerglings. Is that the problem? Stargate opening because Zerglings exist? I don't know about that. That was more of a Muta thing. Like, if you don't open Stargate, you're just asking 18 Mutas to show up and kill you.
Yeah. I mean, Lings were a problem for a time.
I mean, shield batteries exist. Like, come on.
Oh. Classic comes on in looking for blood with his Oracle. He's going to get 4 or 5 workers for an Oracle. Yeah. Honestly, not a bad trade at this point in the game.
Yeah, so what do we got? Another
8?
8 plus the 3 earlier, so that's 11 drones down to the Oracles this game. That's better than game 1.
And the 2 the Adept got, so.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive stuff. I'm liking it. Classic, keeping Solar down economically. Absolute boss.
Roach Horn on the way again for Solar. Classic Link +1, multiple gateways. Oh, 4th base already from Classic.
Yeah, there's really nothing from Solar that can shut this down either. I love this from Classic. I really do. I was like, you know what? You don't have anything that can come crush this. Let's go ahead and take a quick expand. I know you're trying to tech up. Lings show up here, but there's 2 oracles? Yeah. That's not happening.
Yeah, Solar throwing down a lot of tech. Infestation Pit and Baneling Nest, +1. Oh, cancels the Infestation Pit and goes for a Hydra Den instead.
How do I feel about this?
Oh no, he didn't cancel the Infestation Pit. He canceled something. I'm not sure what it was, but...
Definitely going for them Hydras.
Oracles, cleaning up creep. Nicely done. Yeah, Classic's economy is going to be nuts here, though. 4 bases up before the Zerg.
Yeah, Lings continue to truck around down to the south there, but really well defended there from Classic. Charge coming in. +1 ground armor on the way, too.
Yeah, and he's already got +1 attack.
And here comes that ground attack. Lurker Den on the way, not going to be part of this battle, though.
Charge being chrono boosted. Yeah, this is just going to be a very formidable Protoss army, backed up by a formidable economy as well.
Ling's trying to get... Oh, did they get in the... Nope. They're sharking around the natural base again of Classic. But single Zealot holding that wall. Solar keeps probing. He really wants to get some Lings in there and see what's going on. But I don't think that's going to happen for him. Oh, did he get an Overseer and Changeling maybe?
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, Overseer just sitting there. Never mind. We're good. Who needs scouting when you have Overseers?
Yeah, really.
That's what I always say. Alright, so Lurker's coming in. Immortals, Disruptors, things you want against these boys.
But there's none of that for Classic here.
That's not good. Yeah, Stalker's Zealot, kind of a bad composition, actually.
Yeah, it's quite an awful composition, to be frank. But he does have a much higher number. He's got higher upgrades. And he's just trying to pull the Zerg apart. And he's actually attacking in on top of the Lurkers.
Doing better than I expected to, for sure. These Zealots are not going down.
Yeah, the numbers looking real good here for Classic as he's able to kill off those Lurkers. He's now pushing on in towards this 4th base. He's got this army on the left side. This is just a bizarre play by the Protoss, but it really makes sense what he's doing here.
This is almost like a charge lot all-in, but with Stalkers on support, and GG!
Yeah, GG.
Classic gets that 2-game to 1 lead here in this best of 5. Holy smokes. That was... Who needs splash damage, is what Classic said there. I got Zealots, I got Stalkers, let's go. Yeah. Your Lurkers are not enough to stop me, which is a little surprising.
That was Classic getting some early game damage done. And then just went for a very greedy 4th base.
And was not punished at all. And then was like, I can make a whole lot of Zealots and Stalkers.
He zerged the Zerg, man.
True fact. Sometimes you can do that as a Protoss.
Okay, great to see everyone tuning in. Thanks so much. The winner of this match, so far Classic in the lead, will go on to face Dong Ray Goose, so potentially another PvZ. Unless Solar can bring it back and deliver as that ZVZ.
Yeah, tough to win 2 games in a row against Classic, how he's looking here today.
Mm-hmm.
Three-roach rush, let's go. Let's do it, Solar. Catch Classic entirely by surprise. All right, bottom left here on Glittering Ashes. Once again, a lot of gold you can't mine. It's going to be classic.
And in the top right, it's the blue Zerg. It's solar. Once again, this is Solar's map pick, so following the trend of this series, Solar should tie it up.
Say he should?
He should. All these players have won on their own map so far.
Oh, that's an excellent point.
Can he do it?
It's not feeling good, that's for sure. Terry the Overlord cruising out.
Terry.
Yes, this is Terry. He's usually pretty grumpy.
Yeah, he really looks it.
Uh-huh. You know, no matter how long I've been casting StarCraft, I still see those giant bulbous things as eyes on the sides of the body. That's what the eyes of the Overlord are.
That.
Like since Brood War. They're the eyes. I know they're not, but they are. They have humongous giant eyes on either side of their head. What the heck are the tendrils for exactly on Overlords? Why do they have, like, the arms and stuff?
I don't know. What do you think Overlords eat?
I mean, I don't know. I think traditionally Zergs eat creep. Like, they get nutrition from that, but they don't touch the creep.
Maybe they, like, pick up, like, a Zergling and eat it when they're hungry. And that's what the arms are for.
I could see that.
Maybe the tendrils are to keep the Mutalisk away, you know?
I mean, if the arms reached down and grabbed units when they pick them up for drops.
That would be... Yeah, I mean, I guess that
Right?
makes sense. Canonically wise.
Yeah.
That's why they got arms, for picking up dudes. Oracle opening once again from Classic. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, he's gotten some really good damage out of that. Maybe more than usual, but he's also making more oracles than usual. Ling's trying to bounce in that natural. Oh, do they get the run through?
Oh. Like, yeah.
Oh, got a Ling in, got the scout, sees the multiple oracle and says, okay, so second verse same as the first here. Third verse same as the first. Wow, Classic really likes this multiple oracle opening
He
here
really
against
does.
third.
And I mean, who can blame him?
The way he's been getting value from it, not me.
Yeah, I had to use energy on his oracles though, so not able to attack on in with these just yet.
Roach Warren coming in from the Zergy Zerg. Might go for another one of those big attacks on the third.
Oracles flying around. So far, he has got no damage done. Now he moves on in. He's going to look for some drones, stacking that Oracle.
Yeah, lost one in the second game, too.
Okay, can he get some more damage to make up for it? The answer is yes, he can. Makes it 5 in total, which isn't great, but it's better than doing nothing with them, I guess.
Yeah, Ling's cruising towards Classic's third.
Yeah.
But pretty good positioning by just enough army there to shut them down. They try to go for their own buy into the natural, pick off a probe. Yeah, Solar's been really active with these Lings today, but Classic's pretty much been shutting it down. Hasn't really lost a whole lot to them at all so far in the series. And I don't know, Solar investing too much in Lings early so his economy isn't where it needs to be. I mean, if you can get Lings out and force a cancel on a base or...
4th base already on the way here.
Yeah, Solar's in a lot of trouble again. He's getting his own 4th base along the right side, but maybe expanding to that 12 o'clock spot for a 5th too would not be a terrible idea right now.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right there. I mean, this is quite an early 4th by Classic. But yeah, how does Solar punish it?
Morlings?
Solar's making more and more roaches, so I think it's gonna be a big +1 roach attack or something.
I don't know how good that is, but yeah.
I don't either, but he's going for it. And I mean, he has seen the 4th of Classic, so he knows that the Protoss has gone for a greedy play.
Yeah. 60 to 30, well, 62 to 39 army supply in favor of the Zerg. War Prism cruising up.
Oh,
Warm hosts.
how
Okay.
about that?
Solar bouncing around down there again, but Blink Stalkers in numbers to handle them and shove them away once more. I haven't seen Swarm hosts in a ZVP in a while.
Yeah, he's doing that Zerg thing, which you get a formidable roach army that attacks one location, and then a swarm host army that harasses another. And it's very difficult for the Protoss to deal with both.
Especially if they don't have any splash, which, by the way, no splash.
No splash whatsoever. Here come the swarm hosts. Now granted, there is no Nidus network for them to hop on into. So they do just gotta do the old-fashioned hoofing it.
Yeah, it's a lot of Zealots and Stalkers, which are honestly kind of garbage against Swarm hosts.
Yeah, really.
Like, really bad. And I don't see any tech. We're not teching into Storm or Disruptors or anything. The Queens are all up here, too.
I think he's just got to dive on top of this army, basically, somehow, and hope that he can muscle his way through it. Here comes the Locust, the Zealots.
Yeah, why are you fighting this?
He's just going to try and muscle through it, and I can kind of see that, but it's not going to work. The Locusts are just way too strong.
Pulling Locusts back is always a bad idea. Never pull Locusts back. Let them move forward at all points.
Absolutely.
They're going to die anyway. They're timed units.
Look at that Protoss supply down to 130. All of a sudden, things are looking real darn good here. Oh, the Prism does go down. The Roaches are taking a lot of heat here against the Stalkers, against the Immortal, and their +1 attack.
He's pushing it back. Roaches continuing to pop in. Finally, the Swarm hosts pop another wave of Locusts. It felt like an eternity there from Solar.
Yeah.
And Locusts are slow when they're flying, and they're losing time here, too.
They are, yeah. I mean, only a matter of seconds left for them. They're going to land at the natural base. Probes run. No real damage getting done here.
Nope, that was beautifully played there. Pulling those probes perfectly from Classic. Army value is still 130 to 150, though.
Oh my gosh, that is ridiculous army.
But a lot of that is tied up in these Swarm hosts that are useless right now. They're not providing any value at all.
120 army supply against 50, though. I don't think I've ever seen a Protoss come back in this situation.
Yeah, no splash damage against Roaches and Swarm hosts is going to be a tough situation for any Protoss to deal with, especially one as good as Classic is. That's a big launch, and that natural base is in a lot of trouble. Cybercore's definitely going to die. A couple Warp Gates, too. Maybe that main Nexus. Yeah, he's going for the Nexus. Just bursty damage. A lot of the probes go down, and then maybe the Nexus. Oh! 14 probes, and the natural base is going to fall here, and I think that might just be your GG. Solar
GG.
ends up forcing the game 5 there.
How about that? 2 game 5s in a row.
I can't ask for more. You're definitely getting your money's worth with this one, audience.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah, just anytime you're trying to deal with swarm hosts as a Protoss, you don't have any splash damage at all. It's really hard to win. It is really hard to win. Kind of shocked we didn't have Storm. We didn't have Colossus. We didn't have Disruptors, Archons, anything. Any one of those things would have really helped in that situation. But if you just have Stalker, Zealot, Immortal, not against those Locusts. They will chew all of those things up.
Yeah, that was incredible. And I'm curious to see who's going to take it, because each player won all their maps.
True.
And so all of a sudden we're on the middle map. Okay, both players are ready, and away we go into game number 5. Okay, who's gonna take it, Falcon?
Well, sure seems like if the game's over in the first 10 minutes, then Solar, but if it goes longer than that, then Classic kind of has the upper hand.
Yeah. I think Classic's gonna take it.
I do too. I'm going to put all my money on the Protoss here.
Alright, and here he is. Big Red.
And in the top left, Solar. Solar. Would be a weird strategy here. Proxy Hatch would be very weird. 3 Roach Rush would be really weird.
Yeah, 3 Roach Rush would be frickin' weird. I'd have dug a Proxy Hatch.
Just so hard to make that work. Someone needs to do a study and see how much blocking the natural of the Zerg actually matters. It has to matter, because Protoss do it every time.
It's one of those things. Even if the results come out, are people going to change it?
I mean, I just want to know, does it benefit the Protoss by, like, it gives them an extra 1% chance to win the match? Is it a 2% boost?
Oh, I bet it's not even that.
It's like 0.001% boost?
Yeah, I bet.
But at this level, that matters. Like, just how much does it slow down the Zerg economy to do that to them? And if they manage to send the drone down to get the 3rd base on time anyway, does it hurt the Zerg economy at all?
I do not know.
I mean, transferring drones from your main to your 3rd is longer than transferring them to your natural, so that's lost mining time.
That is true.
So, I don't know. Maybe it's
probably
more than we're
have
thinking.
A definitive answer yet.
Yeah. Someone's got to be investigating it, though. There's a lot of smart people in StarCraft.
Okay.
Definitely not a me thing, though. Let's see. Classic has actually won Africa World 5 times now. He's nipping at the heels of players like Elazer, Zest, and Cure. Twilight Council opening. Hey! Remember when we were like, not opening Stargate? That's impossible. Classic says, Grubs, I'm in a game 5, back against the wall. It's time for Resonating Glaives, baby. Gonna kill this Overlord's slowing down the Zerg player by another 0.001%.
Dun, 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 dun.
But suddenly invisible. It's funny because the vision angle doesn't make any sense about
No,
this.
it really doesn't. I was just thinking about that. It's like, imagine the Protoss just looking up and it's like, what's up there? Got no idea, man. So, the Zerg has no idea it's going to be resonating glaives. Classic looking to move out and take a third. And it's an honest to God third. So he's going for a 3-gate resonating glaive at depths. Third.
Yeah.
Base.
How good is that?
I don't know.
I don't feel like it's good. Could be wrong. It's like splitting the difference here. Not going all in with the resonating glaives, but also not going all in with macro either. So I don't know. There's roaches on the way, so this isn't really going to historically do much.
Yeah, maybe he can sneak around the roaches though or something.
I mean, roaches aren't the fastest units in the game. That's a lot of lings too.
Yeah,
Oof.
lings and queens. Solar is set. Is he just going to swing this around and go for an attack?
Counterattack, big ling roach thing.
I'm getting that feeling at this point.
Well, there's things at the third base attacking anyway. Solar, he's just been so active with Zerglings today. Hasn't really found all that much value with him, but really keeping Classic on his back feet.
Yeah, he's going for it. This aggressive Zerg play.
Wow.
Oh man, there's a battery, there's an immortal, there's a decent amount of sentries with energy. But is there enough to stop this attack? Adept Orphans will also be strong due to the resonating glaives. But where's the scouting on this? There's the Phoenix flying over the roaches and ravagers. Classic knows. Another battery on the way, warping in the stalkers. This is actually a big catch, finding these ravagers ahead of the main fight starting. He picks off 2 of the Raptors, retreats to his battery, but there's a big catch by Solar, catching almost all the Protoss units.
Oh my surround, so many Zerglings. Immortal goes down, shield battery gets snapped. As soon as it's out of energy though, it's 56 to 16 armies of light. GG!
Gosh, just like that.